अस्सलाम वालेकुम, दिस इज़ BU रेडियो एंड आज हमारे साथ मेहमान हैं Hubert Schaafsma is a seasoned academic affiliated with the Faculty of Technology at the Amsterdam University of Applied Sciences. He specializes in maritime trade, port management, and logistic innovation. Schaafsma has played a pivotal role in mentoring student-led research projects, including strategic analysis of Port of Amsterdam. Internationally, he has served as a resource person for programs like the International Summer School on Maritime Trade and Logistics at Bahria University in Karachi, Pakistan. Welcome to the podcast by BU Television and Radio Services. And it's a great honor to have you on the show. And Hubert, you have been coming to Pakistan for almost 5 years for the summer school on maritime ports and logistics. What makes you keep coming to Pakistan? I'm sure it's not just the food, although we have lovely food.
True. The food is good. I think when we started back in 2021, by the way, in 21 and in 24, we did it via Teams because in 21 we had Corona and in 24 we decided to do it via Teams. I think what brings me back is the very good atmosphere that I encounter when I come here, and it is also, I think it's a sort of fascination for me coming from all the way from Europe, from the Netherlands. To a total different culture and a different view on many things, and then discuss this maritime industry that I've been in for over 30 years. And so it also gives you a sort of satisfaction, and also to discuss and to talk about the challenges, the difficulties, the opportunities in this business. And hopefully I can be of any, even if it's very, very small, tiny bit in creating a bit of an understanding of this ever interesting business. So that's, I think, why I've come back.
From your introduction, I figured out that you were a seafarer at one time.
Yeah.
And so you've had many travels before. So is this coming to a new culture and a new helps you reconnect to your seafarer days? Or?
Yeah, well, I have to be very honest with you. I was a seafarer for a very brief spell. But after I worked in the maritime industry for a number of years, and I did travel a lot at the time to countries far away or closer by. And yes, it's always been something that I really like to be somewhere totally different from my own place and my own things. And so I think it helps to come here and to, just to cooperate and to work together.
You've been coming regularly, and the course content of the summer school. How do you feel about it? And do you think it's a good feeler of because we are inviting professionals to be here, present here, and people from the industry, and it's not entirely focused towards students, it's focused towards professionals.
Yeah.
Do you think that the course content that we are offering would cover the needs of the professionals and your experience? You coming from a developed port system, and while we are still we have many challenges that we are facing. Do you think that the course content offers that kind of satisfaction where they see what's happening in developed countries, and that's not really...
It's a good question. I think that the topics as such are certainly worthwhile. Of course, when you say it's a summer school and the way we started was sort of cooperation between the University of Applied Sciences in Amsterdam and Bahria University here in Karachi. So my first thoughts and ideas was, okay, this is dealing with Pakistani students who are the next generation and who will, when they join the maritime industry here in Pakistan, who will deal with these massive challenges. But then, of course, more and more, and certainly this edition, 2025, there's a lot of professionals. You could argue and say, if that is the audience here, then apart from me and Dr. Shujat Mubarak, can be part of it. But I would then almost say, would it be worthwhile to have one or two professionals from, let's say, the Port of Rotterdam or Port of Amsterdam or from a shipping company to join in order to tell their story and their approach to a number of things? Because, for example, sustainability and and all the challenges that comes with it is not something that is only for developing nations. That is for all, because the IMO sustainable development goals, but also the as it is a global industry, these things are applicable for all, whether you are in Europe, here, or in Asia, or in the US. So I think that could be an additional, and I think yesterday it was discussed, maybe there is to do it 1 year here physical in Karachi, and then next year we'll do it via Teams. And of course, if you do it via Teams, it's much easier to ask Dutch or European maritime experts who are in the industry to participate. And I would say that could be, if you would continue, and I think that ambition is available, or is that ambition still exists, then I would say that could be an addition, an improvement to the summer school program.
Okay, so the participants that you experience, do you think they're open and able to communicate and ask you questions and relevant questions that you would expect from a professional when we were doing a summer school in Amsterdam or in Rotterdam? Or do you think they have similarities, or do you think we have totally different dynamics? And what is your impression?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that for some of them, they really, I think they apart from maybe from, let's say, the theory that we discuss or the way things are, is, I think, certainly the professionals saying, oh, okay, I understand that and I agree with that, or I knew this particular thing. I think that the questions are different, because I think here they want to know, okay, but how can we apply that and how can we use that here in Pakistan? For instance, the question this morning was
about. Come to that question.
The question this morning was:
do you follow the Pakistan maritime industry also, now that you're coming to Pakistan
a
for
bit? I remember one in 2022 when in my preparations, okay, I'll go to Pakistan.
So basically, just to address the questions that are being,
and not only to understand the maritime industry here in Pakistan, but also a little bit to understand the Pakistan culture and a little bit about the history of this country. And I have 2 books about Pakistan who are published rather recently, just to understand what this country is all about.
Well, the maritime sector. Do you have books on that also?
Now, there's not that much books, but I use one of the things that I'm really happy with is nowadays is artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Because, and let me tell you how I do that, is ask a question. So I use ChatGPT and then say, okay, I need to know something about, for instance, about the status of the maritime industry in Pakistan. And I also received a few documents of Dr. Azif. And so I use that and then JetGPT gives you a number of answers, and you can use that for further research in Google. Yeah. So, and I must say that I do my research on a number of developments. So, what is the status of the Pakistan economy? What is the status of the ports here in Qasim? And
so, are you able to relate to them? Do you even understand some of the systems, or you're just surprised that why are they doing this? Or,
well, there's a few things, of course. I must say this afternoon presentation about the status of the ports of Qasim, Port Karachi, and the shipping. Let me say, I understand, and I also think, gee, that is a massive problem.
As academics, you think in a different way, and as industry people, you have a different perspective. So it's a business proposition for them. For the academics, you are looking for solutions to problems more and analyses and how not to repeat. And one of the things that I find as an academic or as a researcher is that we never report our mistakes or where we went wrong. Yeah. And one of the things that I saw here was the way that the case studies were, given out and people were asked. And our academic system doesn't work like that. No. The students are not given case studies to reflect on and find out. Do you think that if our way of teaching improves a little bit, so our minds become more analytical and you're able to assess what happened? Like, for instance, you looked at those figures and you said, "Oh boy, that's." Yeah. What's your view on that?
Let me start by saying I've been in the industry for close to 30 years, and now working as a lecturer at the University of Applied Sciences in Amsterdam. So for me, I never consider myself as an academic, but I'm more in using the knowledge, whether that is done by academics or by the industry, and of course you have to value it and to say what is in it. But what I think that is important in the education of these young people is indeed to understand the theory behind it, but also to admit, indeed, as you said, something is completely wrong here, and why is that, and what can we do about it? Even though you are aware that maybe due to bureaucracy, the political system, the geopolitical situation, and what have you. So there are factors which are extremely difficult to change, and
those are externals, are beyond our control.
Exactly.
How important do you think that the links between academia and industry are? That too is not that robust in our system. No. So correct. How do you?
I remember that.
What would you suggest we begin with? Or we begin with the summer school, but
we start with summer school. I did an MBA in Maritime Economics and Logistics at a later age. And so that was, of course, the academic approach to a number of things. And I bumped into an article, and I'm not sure whether I still have it, in which he was a researcher, so an academic. And he said, as an interesting thing, certainly in the maritime industry, whether it's in other industries, I don't know. He said the researchers, so the academics, they're saying, we did a research on the development of freight rates or the development of whatever it is. And then when we go to the industry guys say, yeah, but that's not the way it works. And vice versa. Yeah. The industry says, this is the way it works. And then the academic says, yeah, but that's not correct according to model A, B, C, D, and so on. So there is a gap. The maritime industry, and certainly shipping, it is volatile, it is risky, it is capital intensive. So the guys who are in this industry, and I've been there, they say, it's all nice and dandy, but we have now a situation and we need an answer within 15 minutes. We can't do 2 years of research. No. But the research which is done in 2, 3, or 4 years can be helpful in order to make up your mind. Not to read the whole
Sure.
report, but to learn and to understand from. So yes, I think there is a gap, and yes, I think we should bridge that. And we have to learn from each other.
Yeah. Thanks, Hubert, for that. And
You're more than
we
welcome.
hope to engage again
We will.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye.